come on pretty strong. What's your response to the people that act or react negative toward that find your lyrics offensive?
My response is fuck them. They don't know what it's like to grow up poor with a single parent, you know what I'm saying, raised by a mother. It was a single parent, you know, on welfare all your fucking life, you know, bouncing around from school to school to school, death in your family, guns in your family, a whole family full of nutty people that fight constantly. They don't know about those things, so they can't really tell me, they cannot tell me what I should say or what I shouldn't say, because they don't know my life. They don't know how my life has been. If they knew how my life was, then maybe they would understand, but I don't think they even want to take the time, and I don't want them to take the time to understand my life. I'm not trying to cry a fucking sob story and trying to say, you know, well, my life is so hard and this is why I am the way I am, you know. I don't want to cry the sob story, but people just don't know me, and they don't know what I'm about and why I say the things I say. And all I'm doing really is taking shit that's wrong with the world and poking fun at it. I'm having fun with it. A lot of people choose to ignore what's wrong with the world, the poverty, the homelessness, you know, violence, rape, all of that shit. Everyone chooses to ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. I address it, you know, and that's what a lot of people don't like.
Haley is, whether she's with me or not, she's with me every day. And like, she has been my main like source of drive and motivation, especially when she was first born. And I didn't know, I didn't have a career yet, I didn't have money, I didn't have a place to live, you know. So I think that like really kicked me in the ass harder than anything was knowing that, and how am I gonna raise her, and like gave me that motivation once I got the deal. She's always been the driving force for me to like stay busy, stay focused, and like always been my #1 like reason for fear of failure.
Secondly, almost died from an overdose in 2007, which kind of sucked because, Haley, plug your ears, because drugs were fucking delicious. And I thought we had a good thing going, man, but I'm like, I had to go and fuck it all up and take too many. God damn. Okay, Haley, you're good.
The no getting away from the fact that I am white, you know, and this is predominantly black music, you know, and people telling me you don't belong, like you're not gonna succeed because you're this color, then you want to show those people that, you know, that you can and you will.
Why do they wish for that, you think, to have that line?
Because kids that are, I don't know how it is here, but kids in America that are born like to both parents and raised, you know, substantially good and had a sufficient amount of money and went to school, been able to finish school, and always had a different pair of clothes to wear to school each day of the week. Those type of kids, they admire poor people that have nothing to lose. They admire the attitude, they admire everything about them people, and they want to be those people.
On the edge?
Yeah, they wish their life was like that so that they could walk around their buddies and they could come around their buddies and pretend that they're hard and pretend that they got guns and pretend like they've been through some shit, you know? So I think that's why those kids are buying the album too, you know? That's why they bought Tupac, that's why they bought Biggie, that's why they bought NWA.
First time I grabbed the mic, I got booed before I even said anything, you know what I'm saying? The time I ever like got any type of respect was the first time I had grabbed the mic in the hip-hop shop, and I had said some ish, and it was kind of like people was quiet at first, and then I heard a couple of cheers, applause, and then applause, and then applause, you know what I'm saying? And it got louder and louder. The young people are getting it, and I think the older people are getting it confused. I think the older people are tending to take my dish too literal, you know. But I don't care. It's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I say my fucking brain fell out of my skull and they really believe it, you know what I'm saying? And what's wrong with them? You know, people, the younger people got senses of humor. You know what I'm saying? They got a sense of humor, so they know to determine the right from wrong and shit like that. You know, people, I think kids are a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
When I was a kid, I just loved hip-hop. I would just take other rappers' beats and loop them on a cassette tape and make raps, just little old me. So when all these millions of people are listening to me, it was crazy to watch this whole thing, like, people are tripping because I said that. It made me realize, like, hip-hop is having this effect on me, but it's having this effect on millions of other people too. As a kid, you'd see MTV Raps and you'd see somebody like Ice Cube saying that, you know, we're just basically reporting to you what's happening on the streets where we live. A lot of the same shit was going on in neighborhoods that I lived in. The times we were living in at that moment, the way that he had divided the country and some of the things that was coming out of his mouth, I don't know. It was getting me angry. You need to be aware of your platform. Sometimes you might need to take a stand and say certain things.